How's it going there, YouTube? So today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna prep the desktop for pre-finishing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill in any cracks or knots in the tabletops with wood filler, and then I'm gonna let it dry, then sand it down. So while this is drying, I'm gonna sand off the pencil marks off my skirts and my drawer components. So with that said, let's get to it. So what I'm doing is I'm just filling in any gaps that I can see with wood filler. I don't want too much, but I want it so that the wood fills flush to the face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a putty knife and I'm going to fill in the surface so when I sand it, it'll sand flat. Just for now, I'm just going to use a screwdriver blade. Now I'm going to put that aside and let it dry. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand both faces of each board completely clean of all pencil marks. what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue and screw the skirts and the drawer parts on. Now, there was one change from the last time. The customer did request that it was a 1-inch overhang instead of a 2. So when we go to glue and screw this, we're actually gonna glue and screw it with a 1-inch overhang, like that. Now, what I'm gonna use to help myself as I'm doing this is that for the first skirt pieces, I'm gonna use this 90-degree clamp that allows me to hold my workpiece at 90 degrees as I'm gluing and screwing it down. Once the screws are in, I can take this out and I can move on to the next part. So with that said, let's get to it. Double check my overhang, 1 inch. I'm recording. So that's one side done. I'm going to do the same to the other. Now for the drawer side, I'm going to need to use my square on the inside to make sure that when I start to screw it down, I don't drift in or out from the side. And then I'm going to have to turn it up as well to make sure that I'm holding it straight up and down. So with that said, let me spread some glue and then we'll start driving some screws. So now we have the channel for the drawer on the bottom of the desk. So next time, for the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to build the drawer and the rails for the desk, and then all that's left after that is to make the knob and start doing the finishing process on the rest of the components. And then, my favorite part, install. So with that said, I hope everyone's staying safe, and I hope you guys have a great week. See you on the flip side.